and welcome for the final time in this Season 3. We are back for SLR Season 3, the season finale, at the very best track the calendar has to offer, Abu Dhabi, and for the very best track we have the very best commentators duo, and me as well. Hello. Hello, Tipsy.
Commentators duo? I think you should just finish with commentator.
Now we've cleared that off screen. We're the best commentators too. Also, we can. Okay. Epic sounds. So yeah, sorry that we're late. That has to do with a lot of things. I mean, it's a very complicated story that involves.
Timo.
That
Timo.
involves.
Timo, don't even.
Crashing.
No, Timo. Don't even try and make excuses.
Also,
I'm not there. I'll not cover for you. The reason there's no stream is because Timo messed it all up. Timo seems to be really.
You're the worst person I've ever commentated with. Tara would have completely bailed me out, but no. You insist. Okay then. Okay. Trust lost. Not that I ever had some. That's okay.
Right. So.
Welcome.
I'm not going to cover for Timo like Tara does. The reason is Timo seems to be really surprised that TipsyBob, that would be me, always comes prepared before a stream. I always check my streams before I go live, so that way it doesn't make you look like a bit of a D. I think I can say that. It doesn't make you look like a bit of a dick.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know.
So they are called game ready drivers. I assume they are ready to game. I don't know how this
even
is
if you look at the chat, even Hugo was just commenting in pure disgust about time the stream is up. I agree, Hugo. The good old the old man of 2SRL had to take over because the young German. I mean, German of all. I mean, the Germans are supposed to be super reliable. Not this time, and not the other time he held the stream either.
What was unreliable last time?
Well, didn't you do it the last time when you messed it up? Timo, you know, this is not a very good audition for the EGL next month.
What did I mess up?
Yeah, you're like, what's that? Missed almost practically all of qualifying.
Did I? Don't remember. No bells ringing.
What do you mean you don't remember? It just happened like literally 2 minutes ago.
Not that one. How? Oh,
I don't remember the last one, Timo. I don't watch
about last week.
I don't watch your streams.
Yeah.
Because I mean, because I normally think I'll maybe watch back these streams to see if I can learn anything. And after like 2 races of watching you and Tara, I realised, we don't need to learn anything from them. In fact, the only thing I
need to learn from you is singing country roads because I certainly can't.
No, I tell you what, I learned from you.
Everything.
I'll be fair, Timo. Okay, I did learn something from you and Tara. I will admit it. What I learned was I learned how to be punctual and prepared at all times.
Because we're good at that.
I have 100% punctuality record in Formula 1.
Yeah, no, you don't. Anyway.
So yeah, I had to give you that.
Right now we've got Icewind on provisional pole
position. Look at Timo trying to be all professional now after he completely bottles up the final race of Tier 1. There's no comeback from this, Timo. This is your lowest point.
But maybe there's going to be a comeback for Speedy and Bailey and Jensen because all of them will not qualify.
Correct.
At least that's what I'm being told. So maybe we're going to see some overtakes from them. Speaking of overtakes, Spence is getting a tow from Jensen here, his teammate for today, and that was an okay. Interesting tactics by Ferrari.
Yeah, so it's important to let anybody. Well, I say anybody. Excuse me, anybody watching, and I for me it says one person, and that would be me. So unless I'm not getting updated. But
I'm watching too.
Right, so that's not updated for me.
There's 8 viewers. I'm sorry, did we plug the stream yet?
8 viewers.
Yeah.
I mean, see, Timo.
Yeah.
Whenever I do this with bands, we get like hundreds.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, but you also don't. I mean, no.
Epic.
Yeah.
8 watching now. Well, I'm glad Hugo's here.
How about you stop complaining all the time?
What do you mean, stop complaining? It's...
oh no, Bance is gone! He's picked up a fishing rod! He's dead. He just died. Don't know what happened. His final turn.
Exactly, Hugo, exactly. Check the chat out, Timo. Hugo is just dropping some truth bombs.
It's okay.
I might be slow on track, but at least I'm punctual.
I mean, we could have started commentating.
How depressing is that for you, Timo? Because not only are you slow on track, but you're also late for streams. I mean, slow is your like.
We could have commentated 4 minutes ago, but no, you decided to keep shitting on me. So I don't know what to do.
Have to. Well, look. All right. Well, okay. We'll focus in on it then because we're gonna get 1 minute of Abu Dhabi. A hugely packed race, I have to say. All 12 drivers.
Yeah, all that bothered to show up. I'm sure they just didn't know the race was on because the stream wasn't there, I'm sure.
Oh, Hugo's just getting the legs burning there. He struggles to commit to things like overtaking.
Yeah, it's okay, Yugos. It's okay.
So anyway, Timo, we've got 50 seconds left of qualifying.
Did you see? I mean, Yugos clearly didn't see last race, man. I overtook Wimpy. Yeah, that's about it. But
that was about it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you completely overdrive the car, and then at the same section, whenever it's the double right-hander, you just kept overshooting it every single time. And I was thinking, Timo was a seasoned driver of 2SRL. You would have thought after maybe bottling the lap twice, and that's being generous, you would have figured out where your braking zone was. But no, for like 36 laps, or however long the track is, you kept bottling it. And Timo, it really crushes me in bands because we give you an awful lot of stream time, almost unfairly.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Well, you see, but it's just the love that you're getting.
We can sign a deal. You don't give me stream time season 4, and in season 5 you do it again because by then I'm going to be retired.
Oh, you heard it here first, guys.
Yeah, because I struggled to commit to things. Anyway, Icewind still on P1, provisional pole, 0.5 a second ahead of Pretorius. Then Popo, who apparently got his issues fixed by Speedy. We don't know how reliable. Oh, epic Speedy. We don't know how reliable that one is, but Speedy said that they did some stuff with Popo settings, and now his freezer should be gone. And if you've seen the last races, you know that screen freezes have been the biggest problem for Popo. It's definitely not been the pace. And,
this sounds like another racing driver's excuse.
Huh?
It just sounds like another racing driver's excuse.
Well, you know, we've seen it, and it's definitely true.
I mean, this is a kind of like a bittersweet. Would you say that even a bittersweet qualifying? Because, I mean, Bailey, Speedy, and Jensen are the guys we would be expecting up there, really. And anyone who is watching isn't maybe not why can I not speak whenever I do streams? May not be aware.
Why can I not speak? Let's just like full stop.
But that's true. May not be aware, but the reason Bailey and Speedy and Jensen haven't set a time is because they want to have a little bit of fun in Abu Dhabi, because most people find Abu Dhabi boring. So they're going to try and, well, I was going to say come from behind, but that might be a bit of an innuendo. So they're going to try and race from the back.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't change much in a grid with 10 drivers, to be honest. I mean, if everyone tries to start last, no one starts last. Unlucky. OceanChief in P6, probably career best qualifying.
I tried to start last on Friday there for the Formula 2 race, and I couldn't. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't finish last. Just talent, Timo, see. Whereas, well, it doesn't care. Just leave it. I was gonna give you more shade, but I've given you enough. The chat's doing the chat's doing a good job of it.
Yeah, better job than you for sure.
By the way, I'm sure that the Chief's probably pulling his hair out, because he likes Tier 1 to be like really professional. You know, whenever you and Tara's doing it, and I've just come and like completely destroyed it all.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean? Yeah, you know, you're not supposed to agree with me.
I can take. Well, I agree with you that you do everything wrong, so you know that's.
At least I'm on time.
I just got rid of some Abu Dhabi qualifying. Who's really sad about that? I don't think anyone.
I don't know what this hatred is for. Well, I wouldn't say hatred, that's maybe a bit strong. The dislike for Abu Dhabi, because I like it. I think it's a fun track.
Oh my god. Please leave. You're cancelled.
What do you mean, please leave? This is my show. Timo, you had your chance and you bottled it. This is my...
Does anyone want to come in and, like, commentate?
If anyone's getting booted out, it's you, Timo.
I mean,
I mean, I'm
But
literally
I don't
taking over tier
I
1.
mean, I don't like Abu Dhabi, so that makes me like a better commentator
Yeah, but-
because I know how F1 works, and F1 works the way you dislike Abu Dhabi. That's it.
Timo, are you not worried about your position, like you and Tarek? When you think about it, I mean, I control tier 2.
I'm definitely not worried.
No, listen, I control tier 2,
I
right?
know
I
who's
also...
Listen, Timo, as a second best commentary team on AGL, I can understand your frustration and what Tipsy is saying, but
Yeah.
he's right. I'm very sorry about that.
It doesn't matter how much he fights
Focus
against
on
it,
your
Bance. He
race.
just can't accept the truth. So the truth hurts, Timo. I understand it.
It does sometimes, yeah.
And now Bance, he had the opportunity. Terra was away enjoying himself, gallivanting around the countryside. This was Timo's moment. His moment to shine, and he bottles it. And I have to take over.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I was just saying, you know, I do tier 2, I do the Formula 2, and now I'm doing season 1 or tier 1 as well. Timo, you're getting pushed out, son.
I mean, Bance, you should probably go back. Oh wait, is Bance still here? Yes, he
I
is.
am, yeah.
You should probably go back and focus on getting a second finish this whole season.
It's not happening, Chief.
Yeah, it's not. So like, yeah,
Yeah, what's your point?
try your best. I believe in you. You can do it. You might even get a point. There's only 12 drivers.
Right, there's only 12.
Yeah.
That's
true.
really insulting to Bance. You know that you're trying to say the only way Bance can get points is if there's not many drivers. That's a bit
Well,
rich
I mean,
coming from you,
he's-
Timo, who can't even
well, I mean-
overtake people.
I mean, he's finished 1 out of 7 races so far. So maybe if you do DNFs,
That's one more than
there's
you.
10 What?
Oh!
Oh, shots fired.
Did you just seriously roast me for the fact that I don't finish races I don't participate in? Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Hey, do not blaspheme. This is a Christian channel.
Hey. Alright, well, good luck, boys. Bye-bye.
Good luck, Bance.
I regret everything.
Yeah, but I bet you regret it in that wee
Why is
commentary.
Chel's not here?
I bet you
I
regret.
specifically asked to commentate.
No,
with
you did
Chels.
not. I offered.
Oh, I definitely
No,
did.
no. I
Okay,
offered.
wait.
I just
Okay,
put.
so we're in the grid.
I just put my name into the
Just
hat.
want
Look, there's plenty of time yet. I put my name into the hat, and Timo said, "quote I would actually love to commentate with Timo." Well, be careful what you wish for.
I thought you would commentate on the race and not on my.
All right, Timo, I'll let you start the race.
You don't need to commentate on my failures because I do that without help anyway. Commentating on things, 5 red lights, and for the final time.
And it's lights out, and away they go.
Thanks for letting me call the shots, Chief. Speaking of Chief, he's dropped down the order massively down to P10. He certainly didn't have good traction there. Icewind is still leading it. Popo Gamer in second, Pretorius third. Bounce has gained a position off the start. I think Bascadini, no, who has he overtaken? I don't know. Triton. Where was Triton? Triton's
Not
very
sure.
far down the order.
Bance went way off track there. I don't know if you noticed it. He had a bounce over those curbs.
Yeah, and that's your Abu Dhabi race. Icewind wins.
Billy getting the moves done already up to P6.
Yeah, he's side by side with NJJ now, facing the first of the 2 very interesting left-right combinations that are very fun to drive. He's got the inside line. I don't think NJJ will do anything about it. No, he doesn't. The McLaren is edged out, and Bailey Thompson's up into P6. So he's for this, yeah.
Yeah, Speedy's on the back of Jensen here. Jensen in the Ferrari. Of course, Speedy is on the harder compound, so he's going for a different. Yeah, he's going for a different strat here. So interesting to see how this is going to turn out later on in the race.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good call from him, because as we've seen, I mean, it's not too quick stretching your soft tires for 18 laps, and that's what I meant when I said I will bring up my failures myself. And NJJ has outbroken himself.
Ooh, yeah. He lost the position out to
Yeah,
Jensen there. Jensen just slips it right round the outside. NJJ really seems to be struggling. I don't know whether he's got any heat in these tires yet. He's running way very wide here. Speedy's going to see this.
Already 2 warnings for Popo, by the way.
Yeah, Speedy sees this and he's going to want to try and get past NJ as... Oh, who was that? Was that Kirst? Yeah, that was... I seen Kirst having a little bit of issues in the qualifying before, of course.
Someone goes wide, it's NJJ.
So
and
does
also
Speedy,
Kirst.
or Kirst, sorry, yeah.
And now NJJ rejoins the track just ahead of Speedy, and Speedy will be desperate to get past soon. And there's someone off track, and it's Bailey Thompson once again, 2 in a row. But not that it matters anymore, because he will not be able to win the championship at this point. But still, it's annoying dropping down to P12 again behind Triton. Don't know what happened there. Let's hope there was no contact. Speedy now side by side with NJJ.
Yep. We got it on stream up ahead. Who have we got here? Popo. Popo making a move on Pretorius.
Popo was actually out of Pretorius.
Or sorry, he defended against the
and
Pretorius.
Speedy and NJJ are fighting side by side. NJJ looks like he's defended it, and he's given Speedy a little squeeze. No DRS for now, but I think Speedy's got the move done now, probably on ERS. They are still side by side. NJJ does not want to give up the position to the Toro Rosso on the hards. Maybe it's a fight for honor, maybe it's a fight for actual position in the end of the race. And now Speedy's got the move done, and he is gonna try and close that gap to Jensen that has built.
Yeah, I think it's a good job for Speedy getting past him. Oh, and she had a wee look there. It was a good job for him getting past him now, before the DRS clicks in. I know it's activated in lap 3, but I don't think it activates immediately in the DRS. Actually, I think it does. Actually, correction. So, Speedy running very wide there. So, yeah, NJJ, if he can keep up with Speedy here, which I would think that he should be able to keep within DRS zone for this short little stint here while he's on those softs, he will get the DRS on Speedy.
Looks like Jensen is the quickest car on track right now. He just set the fastest lap, if I'm correct. Yeah, 39.4. Let's see what the front runners are doing. And the front runners are on softs, and Icewind is set at 39.9. So Jensen marginally quicker than the front, but he's on the harder compound of tires. So Jensen looks very quick. Speedy in it. Jensen's also very quick alongside Basketinian. The two Dutchies are going at it. Renault versus Ferrari, and Bance might get in the way here. No, he doesn't, but Jensen's got the move done, and maybe he'll move over for his teammate now. I don't know.
That looked like a nice containment move between the two Ferraris there, blocking off the Renault.
Yeah.
And I think Bance may give this up, although at the same time Bance is very racy, so I don't think he will move just yet. But it's quite clear to see that Jensen is the more pacey Ferrari.
Yeah, he definitely is. Let's check penalties on Kirsten and NJJ are fighting, aren't they? I think they just swapped position. Yeah, they are, and they're running side by side in this section of the track where you should not be running side by side. It's safe to say. And Kirst cheekily hanging it around the outside. Now he's getting the inside from the next turn.
We're gonna for Basketini's off. Sorry, Thimo, Basketini's off. Up ahead.
And OceanChief, I think, made a little contact with Kursk, although that could have been Nat code. Bailey Thompson's also way down the order. What happened to Basketiniu? Do you know?
I have no idea, man. I just seen it off camera. He spun it out of the exit of that corner. Most likely, he probably put his rears too much on the curb. And I know if you over-rev your car on those curbs, you just get spun right round. That looked like what happened to him. But meanwhile, Kursk is really struggling with this car here. I don't know whether he's really over-driving it or what. As we see Bance has left the session.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, Bance was telling me off stream that he wasn't feeling really up for this, so no surprise there. But yeah, the car's struggling at the moment. It definitely is Milosh. Kurst is really struggling with this. The grip, basically, on this car, keeping it on track. It almost looks like I'm watching Thimo. Sorry, did I do it again, Thimo? Sorry.
It's fine. Got no illusions.
Milosh blocks up big time there. And then up ahead as well, NJJ gets a little bit sideways. So these guys are really starting to drop off, these front runners.
It's interesting. Every time I cry about being slow, you're all like, nah, you're not slow. And every time I am feeling happy with my pace, you're like, oh, you're so shit.
Yeah, we'll have to build you up when you're down and then knock you down when you're up.
So that you have an excuse to build me up again. So
exactly, we'll have to just
knock me down again. So
it's just a continuous circles, Thimo. You just have to keep it going.
You're cruel.
Well, life's cruel, my man.
It could be less cruel if you
don't say things like shit on the live stream. That's not very professional.
Jesus. Can you maybe get out of the voice channel?
Oh.
Unless you want to commentate more.
The Popo going for... Oh, no, sorry. Popo was right up the gearbox of Pretorius there, and he ran really deep into the turn one. So I wonder, is these tires on the super softs, or the softs, sorry, are they starting to burn out already for some of these guys? Because they're really racing very hard.
I don't think we're there quite yet. I dragged them over like 10 laps, so they've got the quali on them with 2 slow laps and 1 push lap, so I assume that's like 2 laps of tire wear. So I assume they will fall off at like lap 8, because I was fine at the end of my race. Popo game on the back of Pretorius. He's gaining very much, and Pretorius leaves the outside uncovered. Now goes very deep into that corner, so Popo is on the switchback line, but it doesn't work because Pretorius' car is on the way on the apex, so that slowed Popo down, and he'll not get past here. Cursed has passed NJJ for P6 in the meantime. I don't know if that was on stream. He's running, yeah, he's past the McLaren, but now the McLaren in his slipstream with the DRS. Curse goes to cover the inside, NJJ on the outside. Can he maybe swing it around this very nice W section that is very enjoyable to drive and doesn't exist on 50% of all Hermann Tilke tracks?
Right, with the 3-second time penalty,
Yeah.
yeah. I got that a battle on stream for you, Thimo. Don't worry, anything that you're calling, I'm switching to it.
That's good.
Oh,
So I
Jensen?
don't have to cry as much about missing out on being the cameraman.
Yes.
Um,
I've been doing this a long time, Thimo.
yeah,
But
I actually haven't.
Jensen is right up the gearbox off Popo. Jensen's
just
looking
checked.
really, really pacey. Like you were saying,
Yeah.
the fastest guy on track on these mediums. He is suffering from a busted bloody nose because he's a very violent man in his private life.
Yeah, I mean, he's just gone out on the street and oh no, Speedy spins! On the ass actually rolled the curb too much, and he spun out. The hard tires really don't have much grip, and he took too much speed. I was about to say Speedy is actually my favorite to win this race because he kept it very close to Jensen, who was on like a softer compound. Jensen was keeping it close to the ones in front of him on a harder compound than they have, and Jensen's that past Popo, but then Speedy throws it all away, and now he's down to P8 again. OceanChief up to P6.
Yeah, so Speedy has it all to do all over again. He will be fuming with himself because that is a very rare mistake from Speedy, who is, of course, the
Bailey
tier 1.
Thompson.
Yeah.
Oh, Bailey is spun on the final turn. He's a minute down on the leaders already after 6 laps.
These, like, the two, well, the current champion and the almost champion are struggling here.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristically, like.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Maybe they're just not taking it very seriously.
I don't think you can ever really take the competitive edge out of them, even if they are, you know, racing for fun effectively. I still think they'll want to, once they get in that car, you know, or get behind the joypad effectively, you know, that racing spirit comes back to them.
Yeah, I mean, they won't be happy with being that far down the order, or you know,
Jensen is up 7 places.
Yeah, and he's on the back of Pretorius already. So maybe you should keep your eyes peeled at him.
That's what I'm watching. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna enter. I mean, let's see the lines of this final turn. He's taking a wider entry to cut down to the inside, but he almost runs it. I mean, I think they even make contact here. Now they are already side by side at the DRS line, but Jensen obviously with the open wing, so he's passed with a massive overspeed, and Popo is running behind them quite a bit down the order. Icewind will be anxiously looking into his mirror, and on the timing table, Popo with a penalty, and NJJ and Kirst are still at it, going at it for P5. The medium runner Kirst against the soft run of NJJ, and NJJ wiggles a bit coming out of that slow section onto the straight, and I think Kirst has the move done once again, but I thought that a few times in the past, and yet here we are.
Yeah, they seem to be suffering from a bit of a lag, one of those guys, because each of them seem to be doing a little bit of warping on track. That is very off-putting if you're trying to fight a guy who's warping all over the track.
Yeah. Bailey's has given us yellow flags. He went off where Speedy went off a lap ago. And, oh no,
OceanChief!
What has happened to him? 5 seconds penalty.
Yeah,
wait, oh right, yeah, pit stop. I thought Jensen just took the lead on track.
Yeah, and NJJ and Kirst as well seem to be struggling there. Kirst is off track again, that same corner. I don't know whether did he get his setup loaded up or what, because he seems to be really struggling for any kind of turn-in. He's like really bad. Bailey retires. Bailey has bowed out for the final race of the season. I know it's not really his favourite track. But yeah, just to go back to what I was saying there, there seems to be struggling with front turning, so a lot of understeer on his car. Whether he's there's again, look, really deep in.
Actually, OceanChief, unless he gets DQ'd, picks up points because we've got only 10 cars running at this point. Icewind has just passed him, Icewind being his teammate on an alternative strategy, or not an alternative strategy, but he's done the undercut and he has been in the lead for a long time, so...
Well, I'll tell you what's really interesting, Timo, sorry to cut across you, is that Speedy is now joining this battle between NJJ and Cursed.
Oh yeah, and he's trying to pick the first one already. NJJ on the inside line trying to defend, and Speedy's on hards, and he can still run it, hang it around the outside. You can see Cursed struggling up ahead, and Speedy's got his eyes locked on Cursed now. He'll try to get past him soon. Cursed running a bit wide here. Speedy will get up to his back, and it's very impressive what he is able to do with this hard set of tires. Normally hards, I mean, they make you a turtle, but Speedy seems to be a snapping turtle, picking up place for place, and a little lag with Milos involved, and that makes him shy away and give up the position. So I think that's your answer for the question, who of NJJ and Curse was struggling with lag.
Yeah, Milos gets really sideways there as well, coming out of that final corner, so he just does not look happy at all in that car. The way the car is performing, it's all over the track. And then NJJ, not only has he had a fight with Speedy, but now he has to try and put... Oh, and he goes very defensive on Icewind. Icewind sends it round a very difficult place to overtake, really. And he does it, he makes it look reasonably straightforward. Of course, he is on those fresh mediums. NJJ on old soft, so he will be really struggling for grip. Further back there, we can see Popo also fighting Pretorius. So he's going to get at the DRS. They were saying me, Cursed has the Monza setup.
No, he's got the OP Monaco setup with 111 wings. Because that's very good. And Icewind is on the back of Cursed. He's got Cursed lagging ahead and back. And he is through, and actually the fight between Icewind and Speedy is actually for position, because I imagine both will have to stop once from here. Icewind with an obvious tire advantage, fresh mediums versus worn softs, worn hards, so double advantage for Icewind. The question will be, can Speedy do anything against him? Can he hold him up, set himself? I mean, if he can hold him up, that's not only setting Icewind up to be passed by Jensen when the pit stop of Jensen comes, but it's also helping him a little, because I imagine at the end of the race, Speedy might be fighting Icewind. He's really quick on this track, and he's shown it multiple times, and NJJ has lost it into the pit wall. He's out of the front wing, and there's a good chunk of McLaren front wing in the barrier at the pit wall, so he's out of this fight. Promoting OceanChief up to P6.
That's a nice souvenir for one of those marshals if they want to nick themselves a little bit of front wing of McLaren.
True. Maybe Renault can pick the pieces up and see what McLaren does that Renault can't.
Wouldn't be the first time Renault has to pick up the pieces. No. Icewind is on the back of Speedy with the DRS wide open, and Speedy doesn't even really fight it. He knows that's not his fight.
Yeah. Okay, so he wants Icewind to go quick here, because I mean, it would also be kind of a shame if he got his own, like, Jensen's only other challenger out of the way, but actually he's on the outside. Doesn't look too committed on the outside. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's definitely fighting for that. I thought he conceded it earlier and would now stick behind him, but he thought overtaking him will lose him less time, and he's up ahead again, and Jensen is building his gap. 17 seconds now.
I'll tell you what this is showing, Thimo. Normally you can see Speedy up, up at the top all the time, just, flying away from everyone, and the only guys he really fights would generally be Jensen or Bailey, and of course sometimes Icewind is able to take it to him.
Or Astro sometimes.
Or Astro, yeah. But what this is actually showing from him starting from the back and then spinning and then coming back again is what great racecraft Speedy has as well. He's not only fast, but he's actually got an awful lot of car control in terms of passing people, and he's smart how he uses it. I mean, he is the complete racer.
Yeah, he just doesn't use it very often.
He doesn't need to use it that often because he's just so far up ahead of everyone.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you rarely see him fighting through traffic, but when he does, he does it like he does it every day.
Yeah, but he's very committed. You know, he's very committed. You know, I'm taking this corner, and it is, well, anytime I've seen his passes, it's been clean.
Yeah, it's just like a thing. If you're very good at driving the car, of course, then makes it easier to judge where to brake, what fights you can take, and like what lines you can take when you can swing it around someone's outside and that sort of stuff. Or when you outbrake yourself, and if you don't have that, then of course you're going to struggle overtaking, and I'm not talking about myself in third person or in second person, even though maybe I am. But that's also, I mean, it's definitely true. In iRacing, I'm not bad at overtaking people because there I understand my car, but in an F1, I'm just horrible. It's, and Popo is overtaking Pretorius.
No, Popo was way off track there whenever he was in front of Pretorius, so I don't know whether he should have give that position, because I think from what I think I seen, Pretorius was pretty much getting the move done. Popo then ran off track to avoid, I think, a collision, but in doing so has come out in front of Pretorius. So effectively, the sportsman thing would be to give that place up. If that is correct, you know what I've seen.
I don't know. I cannot judge it. I can have a look. I will.
So we're going to have a battle here now. Jensen on these fresh mediums on Speedy with 11 lap old hards. I don't think there will be much of a battle here, as Icewind gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That's going to have a major effect on the final standings. As we see Jensen right on the gearbox of Speedy, this is going to be a pretty nip and tuck. Well, not even nip and tuck, it's going to be straightforward move. Speedy doesn't really defend that wisely, so that's not his fight at the moment.
Yeah, I think the Popo move was fine. I think he just outbroke himself and then took the shortcut, but he certainly either got a warning or the game deemed that he didn't gain any time, in which case, you know, fair enough. Pretorius and Popo actually going at it again in the same spot as last time in the W. In the W section, I don't know how to call it. It's just like that. It's like the final tracks at Turkey, if you remember them.
Yes.
And Tilke thought, you know what this track needs? Exactly what Turkey has. And so he brought it here. I mean, that's how Tilke designs tracks in general.
I know, and it's like I was saying as well. I mean, here's another good idea. All the Formula 1 fans have come out to see the cars. We're the best place to see them is in the pits whenever they're getting their wheel changes and stuff like that. That's a great idea. Let's have all the fans around the pit exit and then put the pit exit under the ground. Genius move.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta give it to him. His goal was to build an atmospheric, to create atmosphere in the Type C for racing, and I think like this definitely does this. It's a perfect atmosphere for a season finale, actually, like driving into the night, even figuratively. It's pretty cool, but the problem is just that the track design is fairly dull, and it's like there's nothing you haven't ever seen. The S's are kind of half-assed. There's a lot of 90-degree corners. The last sector is very boring, and Jensen's on the back of Icewind, actually. I don't know if you
I've got that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't, so that's why I was rambling on. Maybe this is the time he strikes. Yes, it is. Down the inside goes Jensen, the Ferrari into the lead ahead of the Alfa Romeo. There goes Icewind's race lead. And that was a clean move done. Nothing to protest here.
Yeah, but then that battle is for position and, of course, for effectively the race win between these guys. BD, of course, has to pit, but then, of course, Icewind has to pit as well. He's not going to get to the end on those mediums, I don't think.
Yeah, all of them have to. I mean, he could go to the end. Jensen with a penalty. Let's check. Does Speedy actually have a penalty?
So
I don't know.
I don't think Speedy does.
No.
Icewind does, and then Jensen does.
Speedy's got one warning only. So wait, is he actually in the effective? No, he's not. But he's effectively in also not P2. I cannot, I can't count. Counting is very hard. But he's in P3 still, and he's got an edge. And yeah, for the time being, he's gonna be edged out by the tires of the others, but I think he's got like 4 or 5 laps more to go. And after that, he can go into the softs, and then he can hunt for Jensen and Icewind. I don't know if you two-stop this, if it's double medium one-time soft or the other way around. But if it's double medium, then he's gonna be absolutely flying towards the end. If not, then it's gonna be a display of true pace. And we've seen Speedy. Speedy's done a lot of time trial, I think, and he's generally done a lot of practice for the fact that it's Abu Dhabi and Pretorius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretorius and him are actually fighting side by side here. Got a very bad camera angle myself, so I didn't really notice. Popo Game is on the back of him, and he's gonna get double slipstream. I wonder if Speedy is gonna do anything to make Popo's life easier. I doubt he is. No, Popo takes the chance. He's got his teammate for now, locks up a little. But Speedy doesn't play his life, so there's no contact there or anything. Yeah, stripping down the order, that will cost him time. He just lost massive amounts of time. And what actually happened to OceanChief? It was a course for a good finish, but now he's down the order.
Yeah, he's got himself another time penalty, so I think he's got, what, 5, 6, 7, about 8 seconds so far of time penalty, so has Chief. So, I mean, he's still going to get points regardless.
Yeah, it would be his 3rd P10 in a row, actually. So, that would be kinda cool, but getting more points would also be kinda cooler.
Speedy into the pits. He'll be going for the mediums.
The mediums, actually. Oh, I thought it was gonna go for softs.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, there you go, the mediums.
Oh, cool. Okay. I did not see that coming. But
what do you mean you didn't see it coming? How could
No,
you
I thought
not
it
see
was
it coming?
I thought he was gonna do softs to hards. But on the other hand, I mean, you
Why
saw
would he
me
do softs to hards when he started on hards?
hards to softs?
Yeah, but softs wouldn't last that length of time. Timo, what the hell's going on with you, man? Did you get enough sleep last night?
No, I actually didn't.
Well then after the stream off you go and go for a wee sleep.
No, go for a wee drink.
Look at you all
What does
socialising.
that actually mean, by the way?
What?
A wee. Like, is it like little, or what is it?
Well,
I don't know what it means.
I'll answer that as just before. Popo is
Oh.
going for a little bit of contact between him and Pretorius. Pretorius manages to keep it on track there. These guys have been battling it out pretty much most of the race. We'll keep a wee eye on that. There you go. There's that wee again. So wee is well. There's many explanations for the word wee. Wee can mean going to the toilet, going for a wee, or
Okay.
a wee could be something small. Like Timo's just a wee man.
Okay. Great.
But it's also a very how would you pronounce it? How would you explain it? It's a very disarming thing. If I walked up to you, if you were out in your supermarket and you were putting the bags in the back of your car, or if you have a car, but whatever.
Like it's calling Thotos Bantos Bansi.
Well, it's like if I went up to you and I would say, "Excuse me, sir, would you want help with your bags?" You would say, "No, go away, you weirdo." But if I come over and if I just say, "Excuse me, would you like a wee hand with your bags?" It's a more harmless, more endearing kind of. More friendlier way of saying things. Like if Timo, excuse me, would you like to get into my car and I'll take you home? With my
Would
wee.
you like a wee little ride to my dungeon where
whereas
kids
whereas you would say, would you like a wee lift home? That's it's a nice wee way of putting it.
Okay, so it's less creepy if you offer children candy.
It's less creepy if you add the word wee.
Okay. So if you ever try to do creepy stuff and try to get away with it, just add the word "we."
Give me all your wee money.
Icewind is a wee little stalker on the back of Jensen. And he's,
That's not exactly the best use of the word "we," but okay, we'll let you
Shush
away
up.
with it. Because
Shush
it's not
up.
because it's not your first language, I'll let you get away with that one.
Yeah. Und Icewind verfolgt Jensen. Do you like that more?
Oh, actually, you know what? I could play that, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Does that? Do I still have it? I don't know if I still have it. Let me see. Oh no, it's the wrong button. It's the wrong button. Hang on, maybe this.
We're talking about Bockmist. Popo's pitting. Triton's pitting.
Yeah, I don't know which button it is, Timo. I'll have to alt and
wait.
tab out.
Mein Gott, muss das sein? So ein Bockmist aber auch.
No. Doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I had it loaded up and all. I forget which button it was, but oh well, it doesn't matter.
Jesus.
Would you stop blaspheming? That's like the third time. Stop saying.
Flying spaghetti monster.
Oh, you're a Richard Dawkins man.
Potentially.
Oh yes, you have a
Actually,
bit of culture.
No, I actually didn't know that came from Dawkins, but I know the spaghetti monster.
It did, yeah. It came from him.
Yeah.
And he also talks about the big spaghetti monster or the big juju up the mountain. Is the other one he said.
Yeah. I also know that he came up with the term meme.
Did he?
Yeah, Richard Dawkins. Wait, is he? I mean, it's some guy OceanChief likes. I think it's Dawkins.
Probably was, you know. I think it actually is him. Yeah.
But he had something entirely different in mind than whatever changed in our world. My final message. Goodbye.
Everything changed. Whenever I was growing up, lots of words that were completely fine are now really offensive now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I mean,
we are live, Timo, so just be careful.
I know. There's a sweet and like a piece of candy, and its name contained the N-word, and that was completely fine until like I don't know, like 1 or 2 decades ago. So that's why, like German adults still call it N-word, and then another word. It's funny how language changes.
Of course, yeah.
And Popo on the back of Pretorius, here we go once again on the back straight, like on the first of the 2 long straights, and Pretorius doesn't look like he's put up much of a fight. Did he lift there?
Yeah, it looked like he lifted, yes, I was going to say.
Yeah. Maybe he just doesn't want to run side by side into that corner, because if he can enter the corner on his own terms without being alongside Popo, he can get a better run onto this DRS straight, but he's not close enough to stay behind and catch some DRS, so I don't know what he was doing there, but probably didn't work out.
We might see an overtake here by Chief. Chief on the back of Bascondino. He's got the DRS open. Bascondino taking the inside line to defend. Basco is, of course, on the hards. Chief trying to go around the long way around, and this is going to get close.
Double his points? Oh, a little squeeze by him there. I think it was all fine, like he kind of rammed it to the side pod there, and now Bascadini actually with the DRS, so not too good for Chief how that went. Bascadini definitely overspeed now on the inside. Icewind getting a penalty. It's actually big. Speedy has got, I think, 1 penalty. Jensen still 1 penalty. Icewind on 2 now. But Speedy is 24 seconds down the order, so never mind. It's going to be between Jensen and Icewind, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did they pit already?
No.
No, okay. So it's not as disastrous as it looks for Speedy. I was already wondering. I'd wondered where all his time went. But,
So, Elementrix is saying in chat, can someone please tell Ocean and Ice that their stream is offline? So, unless someone can jump into their stream. Yeah, never mind. Icewind gets himself another 3-second time penalty. So, that is putting him in very much big danger to Speedy. What's that, 6 seconds he's got now?
Yeah. Wait, is this another penalty, or?
Yeah, that's another time penalty.
Didn't he get like 1 last lap, or is it the same showing again?
Well, I'm not sure. He's got at least 6.
I was tapped out. Oh, he actually got 2 penalties on this lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at 9 now.
Oh, he's got 9 seconds? Oof.
Yeah, he was on 3 when he entered this lap, but now he's on 9. So that's disastrous. He picked up at least 4 warnings this lap.
Icewind and Basco are still going at it.
If Vance had sticked around, I'm sure he would have been able to collect points. I imagine he would have been ahead of Triton because Triton had some fun at the start. And OceanChief, yeah, he's past Bascadinia, and I think now he's actually passed, and he's going to stay ahead for, like, at least until the next proper overtaking spot.
Here's a perfectly normal English sentence that I never thought I would hear myself say. I really like OceanChief's helmet.
Yeah, it's cool.
It reminds me of Nico Hulkenberg's.
What?
Hulkenberg's helmet is epic.
Oh, right, Hulkenberg. Yeah, for some reason I thought about Rosberg. Yeah, it really looks like it, and I'm pretty sure it's also, like, every time I look at it, I think it's designed for being driven in a Renault. Actually, when I started league racing, I did the same. Like, every
Like a match your helmet to the car, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My Sauber helmet in 2017 was epic because the Sauber livery from there was epic and speedy with a penalty. I'm pretty sure that's why you...
That's exactly why I do. A sudden intake of air.
Intense breathing! Oh my god. One thing I don't get about this track is, like, the track's suddenly getting narrower on the first of the long straights on the back.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's very weird if you run side by side there and, like, someone is on your inside but, like, tries to squeeze you and suddenly the track just gets one car with narrower. I don't know what you would do. I mean, it's kind of weird. I don't know why that would happen. And JJ is gone. And he's hit the wall. He's out. What happened to him?
Oh yeah, massive damage in his front right there.
That's a weird place to lose your car.
It very much is. Unless he jumped over the curb, ran way off to the left, got on the power too early, and the car spun, hit the wall, and then bounced back out onto the track. So potentially,
yeah, with another penalty.
Yeah.
A safety car, and that could spice things up massively. I honestly think everyone's gonna come into the pits and put on softs. I don't think anyone's gonna want to stay out here.
Yeah, I'm just seeing, is anybody going around the pits right now?
Oh
yes.
Is about to. Triton has made it in.
The Triton is the first one in.
Yeah, I'm sure OceanChief will pit as well, unless his race engineer sleeps. No, he doesn't, and he dives into the pits, and that's actually great.
So we're waiting for a fast finish here with these guys.
Yeah.
This actually might work out nicely for Triton.
The final shootout of the season.
It is effectively that, it's what it is, yeah. Jensen doesn't need to pit. Icewind doesn't need to pit. Speedy, what will Speedy do? Speedy, well, I think he will. Will he? Well, and this is a hard one. Because he's
sorry,
on...
who did you say does not need to pit?
Jensen doesn't need to pit because he's on fresh softs already. Icewind is on fresh softs as well. One lap.
I think Jensen will pit. Wait. Okay, what do you mean by fresh? Let me check.
One lap, it says. He's only got one lap.
Okay, never mind. Then he's gonna stay out for sure. Yeah.
Although at the same time, it's saying he's got softs on the Delta, but his car is giving me mediums. So
no,
with
his car's giving me softs too. Your Delta's right. Your graphics are incorrect, and you were right. He's passing the pit lane. Icewind is already on fresh tires.
Oh, he's coming in. He's coming in.
Oh no, OceanChief!
Oh my god.
Speeding on. Oh, this is actually heartbreak.
Chief.
I hate that. I mean, you know, I'm trying to be neutral to all drivers, but like OceanChief, you can't help but feel bad for the man.
Well, the only thing is, isn't it ironic that in his worst race he's actually going to score more points than he normally does?
Yeah.
He's going to finish.
Yeah. Oh, Popo had wing damage. He's getting a new wing.
I tell you, this is going to work out really nicely for Triton, I reckon.
Yeah, wait, okay, so this is like a massive reset. Let's see who has got how many penalties, because like people with a lot of penalties are screwed in a race.
Icewind's screwed. BD's got 3 seconds. Jensen's got at least 3.
Icewind, wow, he's got 5-second penalty and then 9. So like Icewind's on 14, horrible for him. So yeah. What else did you say? So Pretoria's got 1, Speedy's got 2, right? Yeah,
Speedy's got 1, I thought.
Popo is... No, he's got 2, it just checked.
The Triton, I don't think he's got any.
Popo's sitting on 3, Triton on 2.
2 warnings or 2 penalties?
2 penalties.
He's on 6.
Yeah, Cursed on
Loads.
4. Yeah, I mean that qualifies as loads. Bascadinha on 2. OceanChief with, well, can he serve the drive-through on the safety car?
That's a good shout.
Because I don't think you can IRL, but we can in the game. You never know. The game is weird sometimes. So OceanChief has just left the pits, and so definitely boxed him this time. I think he cannot serve it. So OceanChief is probably gonna finish 9th here unless we lose someone on the restart.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. His best finish this season has been P6 in Azerbaijan. When I saw the 12 driver grid, I thought maybe he can do something, but that's actually like kind of sad.
You know who I think's missed the trick here is definitely Pretorius. He's staying out in those mediums. He's maybe just trying and prioritise track position, but man, when you have Speedy and Popo and all these guys behind you on fresh softs, and the guys in front of you on fresh softs, I mean, you're in for an absolute hell show for these next remaining laps.
Yeah. By the way, I mean, you now that you have the stream, just throwing that in, so you know, I will after the race. I will just like leave.
That's
then
fine.
You can do some interviews. So
I'll just talk about how rude you were and all that stuff. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. So yeah, I was rude. I was
nothing new, Timo.
Yeah, I was rude compared to the person who spent the first 6 minutes just roasting me. Okay, it's okay. I'm going to rewatch all 2 Sorel races and look at everything you've ever done wrong and then like bring that up in the next EGL tournament. Like, oh, he spun like Tipsy in and then every race you spun. That sounds like something a reasonable person with nothing to do would do. Don't you think so?
Well, you'll have a job because usually anything that happens to me is because I get caught in other people's misfortune. In saying that, is it just me, or does it look like the rear end of that Mercedes is looking like a no moment? The blue smoke is coming out of it? Or is that some kind of bug?
No, I don't. I actually don't see any.
That would be cool if that actually did happen. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else is getting that on my screen. I can see it.
No, I don't have it on my screen for sure. I don't know how about your screen. Do you actually, like, do you know that the first thing I've ever done in 2 Sorel was hitting you?
That's right.
And then the second thing I've ever done, apart from getting hit by Danart, and
was hitting me in the next race.
No, was overtaking you. You were the first person I ever had contact with in 2 Sorel, and also the first person I ever overtook in 2 Sorel.
You did my bloody head in, so you did. You kept hitting me, and I was like, why is it always Timo? Who is this guy?
That was season 4. That was season 4. In season 4, I had contact 3 times, and it was always you.
And it was always your fault.
Yeah, it actually was. This season, I think we also had some contact, but it was most times your fault. I think in Austria.
I think wasn't there a race? Was it you? I think I might have been you. Whenever
Is this the restart already? Is the safety car not coming in?
No, lights still on.
Gee.
Oh, it's coming in this lap. So, but I think I remember whenever I connected my my wheel for the first time, I was only getting used to it, and it was the out of the final chicane in Canada. I messed up my steering, and I think I rear-ended the back of you.
Yeah, when?
That was, I don't know what season that was. That would have been season 3, I think.
Don't think I drove there. Like Canada.
Maybe it wasn't you. Don't know who it was. I'm pretty sure it was you.
What do you mean season 4? Because I think something dumb happened to me in Canada.
Yeah, I think it might have been that. The steering kind of just drifted because I used
yeah, that was. Oh yeah, I remember what you mean now. That very weird crash. Like, wasn't it like?
We were side by side, and suddenly my car was just drifting to the right, and then
just suddenly yoinked me into. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
very furious. Then you said sorry. I was like, okay.
I instantly disarmed you. Yeah, because I had my steering rotation set at 280 because I always thought, this car just doesn't steer enough for me.
Weren't you using pad before that?
Yeah, I used to use the control pad, and then I just recently switched to the pedals and wheel.
Yet you randomly held your wheel to the side or something.
Yeah, I was trying to overcorrect my car constantly because I had my steering rotation at 280, because I was complaining about these cars. Oh, they don't steer enough for me. Because I like a very oversteery, excuse me, an oversteery car. And then it's just over time, and a lot of guys help me out.
I like that you drive the Huracan in GT3 is the most understeered car.
Exactly, it's pure hell. I mean,
yeah, I don't like the Z4 at all as well.
I mean, literally the entire time I'm in that car, it's just me going, ah, the entire time. So if you can see this, if you can hear this guy going in the distance.
Oh no, Triton!
What?
He sided with his teammate under safety car!
Oh no! He was well set for some points.
He's actually hilarious, but also very sad.
He will be fuming. Now,
Yeah,
knowing,
I don't know whose fault it was.
knowing, well, effectively,
Yeah,
how
I think
can it be Triton's fault when he's ahead of Cursed?
Maybe you brake checked him. Oh no, Jensen's doing a Jensen restart. He's learned from his. Oh well, I mean he's done. I mean Jensen has done poor restarts before Max came around to do it in Brazil, so you know that's a reference to Two-Stroll Italy. And
Here we go.
yeah, here we go. Let's see what happens at wait, Pretorius and Speedy running side by side. Off goes Triton into the wall. He was set up for good points, but first the collision, and now he's off. Jets is in the lead, hunted down by Icewind. Speedy's already past Pretorius. Pretorius doesn't look like the mediums are very quick for him at the moment, and Speedy looks very hungry. Icewind goes off track. He jumps a little there, and Speedy sends one down the inside after the restart. Can he do it even before the straight? Speedy's up into P2. Oh, they make contact. And now he's on the back of Jens lagging back, and that's not good. And now Speedy's actually in the lead. He came from P4, and he's leading the race. Icewind in P2. And I need to breathe.
Breathe, Timo. What a fantastic restart we have here between these top guys going pure all-out racing. This is suddenly, fortunes have just turned round for Speedy, and he's now in the P1's position with pretty much the fewest penalties of these guys, and he's flying away to these last couple of effectively a sprint race to the win here. And yeah, Jensen, you said it kind of dropped back. It looked like a bit of a lag spike or something. I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, it definitely was. Like a screen freeze. It was, by the way, all because Elementrix didn't remind me of breathing like she normally does in EGL tournaments. It's all her fault. I can shift the blame. Perfect. Anyway, Popo already tried one on Pretorius. Pretorius looks like the sitting duck of the grid right now. OceanChief actually up into P7. I wonder if he still has the service drive-through penalty.
Yeah, I think he does, yeah.
He should have to, but he was very far behind on the safety car, even though he kept cutting all corners to get close. I mean, you're definitely allowed to do that, and he was doing that, so maybe he already didn't know. OceanChief diving into the pits. That's your drive-through, and that's unlucky, putting it back into P9. So actually, Cursed will get points. I actually hadn't considered that on the final race, unless he gets DQ'd, which is not out of question.
Popo's desperately trying to get past Pretorius here, but he should just pretty much wait now till he gets round this hairpin to use the DRS as a slingshot, because as we did predict, Pretorius missing a trick there by not coming into the pits. He is just falling down this order. These guys all on these fresh softs, all will have DRS on him. I wouldn't be surprised seeing him dropping away even further. But strangely, Popo's not able to get that move done yet. Is DRS activated yet? I don't think actually it is.
I don't think so, no. So Slipstream has to do the trick, and by the Slipstream I mean there's no tool to get past. Because Slipstream does not exist in this game. Or to quote TRL Limitless, Slipstream is just OP on this game. Anyway,
was he trolling? Because
no.
Well, he was actually being serious.
No, everything TRL Limitless says.
Because Slipstream is like non-existent in this game.
Yeah, it really isn't. I think he said that like 2 days after release, and maybe just use it with DRS, and DRS is very quick. I don't know.
I mean, we have done a lot of races the couple of race seasons,
yeah,
and we do not see any effect of Slipstream. So, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. Sometimes he says weird stuff, but here are limitless.
DRS is
right now.
Sorry, you cut off there, Timo. DRS is enabled, and Jensen is within. Sorry, Speedy or Icewind is within touching distance off Speedy here. He may overtake him on track, but he certainly will not finish in P1 will Icewind because he has a humongous amount of penalties. As does Jensen as well.
Where will he actually drop?
I think he's going to drop very, very, very far down.
He's got 14 seconds, like everyone else.
8, 9, 10. He's going to drop almost to P9, almost.
Well, but everyone else also has penalties.
But that's true. So maybe not.
So, you know, I mean, most have like 6 seconds. I think is like the most common. Speedy is just a bit. Wait, no, Speedy is actually 2.
And Jensen has how many?
Jensen I think is 2 as well. It is.
Oh, it's track
1.
again.
It's only 1. Jensen's actually in the effective lead. I thought Speedy had the edge, but he doesn't. But Jensen's got 2 warnings though. So maybe if he overpushes this, I think Jensen just has to drive a quiet last lap, and he will win the season finale of SLR Season 3.
This was actually going to play into his hands watching these 2 guys just battle up ahead. He's going to sit here nicely with his battery charging on the DRS and just get pulled all the way around to the race win.
Oh, Pretorius. Does that actually make an impact? Because it's actually for the podium, I think. Because Icewind's definitely going to fall off of it. Pretorius has got 2 penalties, and Popo Gamer has got more than 2. 3, I think. So Pretorius right now, I think, on course for podium, apart from, I think Bascadinian's on 6 as well. Yeah, Bascadinian's sitting on 6 seconds. Triton has had his massive bottle job, so I think actually Pretorius is on course for a podium here. One last podium. And OceanChief has passed Cursed. Oh, Cursed is actually doing donuts. Yet. Oh no, he's gonna get DQ'd! He's not gonna get points! Cursed! Don't do this to me! Oh, okay. He was doing donuts. And I said earlier, if Cursed doesn't get his DQ'd, he will get his 4th points finish of the season. Now he's doing donuts. So that's that. OceanChief actually with 4 points right now, and Popo Gamer gonna do a move that doesn't do much in the grand scheme of things on the outside of Pretorius, and oh wow, they make contact, and that was very close to him, pushing him across and spinning him, but it didn't happen. Bascadinian picks up a final penalty, and
we do not often see these last lap lunges. People get really desperate on the last lap, but there's no need to. But we're going to stay on board with Speedy as he's coming around the final few corners. He will be our on-track winner, but we think Jensen might just jump in on the penalties. Let's find out.
Jensen has got this, and Jensen wins the final race of SLR Season 3 on the 2019.
And Jensen, Icewind keeps his P3.
What?
How does that happen?
Don't know. What the hell? Okay. Well, there's actually no shuffling at all with the penalties. And Cursed is gonna do some donuts, and he's gonna throw his final points away, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's kind of like how the season has been. Like, everyone's finishing, and Cursed is getting disqualified. That's like a good sum up of everything that happened.
I mean,
I'm very happy. How do you feel about your son's performance today?
I don't have a son.
Nah, I mean, it's to Sorello that Kitsune and you are the parents of Cursed.
Oh, right, that's news to me, Ted.
Didn't you know?
No, I didn't know. I had a son, okay.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I like to see that he's finishing his race on this season, effectively as he's raced the entire season, by spending more time off the track than actually on it.
Yeah, how do you in comparison to what Neil Thompson's son Bailey is accomplishing? Like, do you feel like you're a bit of a deadbeat dad that wasn't there enough
I'm thinking that I've definitely went somewhere wrong at Thimo.
Oh, you actually got lapped by the winners.
I'm actually thinking I've actually went somewhere really wrong whenever it's bringing Milos up, because I mean, look at Neil and Bailey. I mean, he's done a fantastic job honing his little racer into this absolute monster on track, and meanwhile you're seeing what I have spawned from my loins. This well, I don't know what you could say. This
abomination. No.
disappointment.
tough words. What does Kitsune think of that?
I don't know if Kitty's. Well, I think she is watching actually, but Kitsune
Are
is
we
in-
allowed? Are we allowed to do donuts? No. Cursed.
No, you're not allowed to do but I mean, he's young.
Oh, he's gonna puncture! He's gonna puncture Heartbreak on the last lap for Cursed! No, he's no!
I mean, the guy give it everything. Look at this.
Oh no, I don't think that was actually intentional.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god, is he gonna make it across the 25 seconds?
Effectively, though, he won't be getting many friends here because he's delaying this race finish.
Yeah, I actually need to go, but you know, I'm going to stick around to see Cursed fail one last. Oh my
Oh, there you
god.
go.
You spin his head right round, baby, right round.
Well, there
That's
you
what
are.
Cursed is
5 seconds, Timo, and then you can clear off.
And verdammt! SLR Season 3 is over!
There you are.
And Cursed has not finished the race, but he's still points.
So yeah, Chief, as he says, Chief has effectively put Cursed into retirement.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened. I mean, he's announced it last time. So
But before you go,
oh wait, I actually like. We should get him in here and tell him to go for the triple crown.
well,
because-
before you go, Timo, driver of the day, I think it's a pretty straightforward one for me.
Yeah, Cursed. Bands? I don't know.
Whenever you stop,
tell me.
whenever you stop trolling, Timo, Jensen. Well, actually, hang on a minute. It's a hard one because Speedy was 12th and he finished 2nd.
No, I think Jensen. But like, yeah, Speedy could have had this win had he not spun. I think. Even though the safety car kind of like, I don't know. I think I would give it to Jensen.
The hard one because Speedy had that spin, of course, that still had to recover up to P2, and he did recover more places.
Well, but he had that spin because he spun. It's not like he got punted into it. He just like over pushed on the hearts. So.
You know what? Can we do something really different? And can we give everyone driver of the day for turning up?
No, wouldn't like. You're like the. Yeah, I mean, no.
We can't do that then. Well, if I have to choose, it'll be between Speedy and I think we're just gonna have to give it to Jensen, really. Or
To
just...
be honest, you just try to do that so you don't have to
pick someone.
No, so you don't have to tell your son that he has to stop crying and that everything's gonna be fine.
I really don't think he's crying, to be quite honest.
Everyone's getting a trophy. Is he actually in the interviews? Wait, in the no. He's not he is waiting for us. I have to do one thing. Wait, what was the exact quote?
What?
Congrats, champ! Now get the triple crown.
Yeah, boys, I had to do some donuts for the fans.
Yeah, anyway, I'm out. Bye.
Oh no,
Isn't that really rude, Milosh?
it really is.
I mean, that just put a really bad taste in my mouth. He brings you in and then he just clears off. Doesn't even want to hear your answer.
Yeah, awfully sour on.
Well, look, I'll listen to you, Milosh. Off you go.
Fantastico. I mean, what can I say, guys? We had no practice for the race. The gearbox was gone for FP1, 2, and 3, unfortunately. So we only got to test the car. Qualifying, but unfortunately, the decisions of a very idiotic steward took away my laps. Disgraceful, honestly. But
you seem to be struggling, Milosh. Pretty much throughout the entire race. Was that just you messing around, or did you generally struggle?
I mean, I genuinely did 0 corners of practice. So.
Hang on a minute, I'm getting heckled here from the backgrounds. Yes? It's the interviews, yes? You can say hello, yes, it's
hello, Mama.
It's your son.
Oh, it's Milosh?
Yeah, here.
Yes.
Here you are.
No,
put that on.
Yeah, but put it the right way.
Yeah, interview him.
Hello, son.
Hello, Mama.
How was your race?
Oh, pretty epic, not gonna lie.
Okay, what did you finish?
I finished 9th.
Thanks, that's not bad. What's that?
And I got...
Yeah, he was the last person that finished. Everyone else was qualified.
Hey, but
I'm still proud of you. Well done,
I did
son.
donuts for the fans so that they could enjoy.
Epic.
It was all night. because everyone could watch me do the Zbinala. It was very awesome.
Okay, so you're happy with your performance then?
Oh hell yeah, it was fantastic, guys.
Very good.
Best result this season so far.
Would you
Fantastic.
like to do more interviews?
Oh, okay. So Tipsy's asking me if I want to do more interview. I'm getting tipsy, so yeah, okay, go ahead.
We're gonna bring our race winner in.
I did have wine.
You know what?
So who is it?
Can I move everyone in?
Jensen.
I'm gonna,
Oh, and Chief. No, don't move everyone. Fuck's sake, I can't.
stop swearing on the
Why
street,
not?
Kitty.
Slapstick.
Buongiorno.
And off you go.
Party.
So we have Gloomy and Jensen and OceanChief and Speedy.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello, everybody. So please tell me about your race.
No, you asked them questions.
I just did.
No, but
I told them to tell me about
that is
that.
that is
Uh,
amazing journalism.
You gave us an order, not a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start with Gloomy because he's on the top of the screen after Kirst. Gloomy, how was your race today? Are you happy with your performance?
In the end, I'm definitely happy with P3 because I had 9 seconds of penalties and I was sure I would lose my podium spot with that in the end after the safety car, but it worked in the end because everybody else behind me had penalties as well, and we managed to run away from them with Speedy and Jensen. So yeah.
So you got a podium.
It's alright. I don't definitely or particularly enjoy this track, so it's I'm happy with that. So yep.
Okay, so P3, yeah.
Yep.
Well
That's,
done, man. Well done. I'm proud of you.
Finally a fastest lap again, even though Speedy always says that I get them every time, but I really don't.
Speedy is always fucking Sorry.
Stop swearing, or
Sorry.
you're gonna get kicked out of this channel. I do not tolerate.
Speedy is always flipping P1. Sorry, Chief. Don't ban me.
I thought you say that you're professional.
Mr. TipsyBob.
Swear in French. It works.
Putain,
Yeah,
merde.
that's what I did.
Speedy is always first anyway. So next one is Jensen. Jensen, what did you finish? What was your
First.
first? What?
Yes.
And I missed
Were you
it.
not watching the race?
Yeah, Speedy. Probably not, but Speedy and I did the last to first challenge.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch that back. Okay.
And I only did 2 practice laps or something, so I was pretty pleased with my pace somehow in this race. So yeah, just drove my race, and then I did everything right, I guess. Also got 1 penalty less than the guys that finished in front of me, because my game started to minimize out of its own. So I lost P1 for a short moment, but P1 in the end. Yeah.
Was
Well
that the
done,
lag
man,
you
well
got
done.
on this straight or what?
Yeah, my game just minimized.
Yeah, I almost crashed into you there.
Yeah.
Vintage.
Yes.
My last one will.
Speedy?
Well, Speedy is always first. I don't need to ask Speedy.
What? Give
Number
the
one.
man some airtime. That's not nice.
But I just said that I was first.
Okay,
Speedy
well-
That's the
finished
weirdest
first on the
interview
track,
ever.
and Jensen
I
jumped.
came second, Kitsune.
Alright, okay, so
If you had been
Speedy.
paying attention, you would have noticed that.
Speedy, stop shouting at me.
I'm not shouting.
Okay, so Speedy,
Yes.
please tell me how did.
Well, I started on the hards, which I think it was looking okay because I managed to keep up with Jensen more or less. But then I decided to do a Bailey cosplay and spin in turn 3.
Oh, you
And I
yeeted
lost
it.
about 10 seconds of that. Yeah. And that was the safety car helped me, I guess, but I think if I didn't spin, that would have been very interesting because I was doing hard mediums and everyone else around me was
Oh.
2-stopping.
I take it you're P2 then?
Yep, unfortunately.
What do you mean, unfortunately? That's fucking. Sorry.
Which-
No,
I-
I wanted to
That is flipping
that is
brilliant.
3 times now. I have done an entire
I think Mr.
season.
EGL.
I haven't said
gonna-
fuck once.
Look, Mr. Tipsy, I told you I am tipsy, so.
Well then, do you know what? Give me that headset.
No. I still have Chief to interview. Chief. Mr. Chief, before you ban me,
Ça va?
definitely from.
I'll ban you.
Tell me. I dare you, try. So, Chief, what did you think of the last? Is it the last year? Last
Season,
race
yeah.
of the season.
Yeah, it was a good one. Enjoyable. Not many showed up for the grid, but yeah, it was a very enjoyable race. Not a real driver's favorite, but I don't know how it was from your guys' point of view. It was entertaining or not, but it pretty much had everything. I unfortunately noobed myself onto the safety car. It said two things on my screen. One was catch the safety car, and the other one was like keep under the delta. And I can only focus on one thing at a time, so I was just raking it, trying to catch the safety car. And then at the last second, I realized, oh dear, I'm over the delta, so I got a drive-through penalty, which I then tried to pit under the safety car to serve it, and it just gave me a pit stop. So I had to then, once the safety car came in, had to pit again. But I was gunning down Kirst in the final laps there, but he noobed himself, and yeah, I think he's retiring from SLR this season. So yeah,
What?
that's what I heard anyway. The rumor is that
you-
he's retiring.
You get your point.
I got 2 points, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Well, it was hard not to get a point in this race, to be honest with you. There was 10 people finished.
You got
Oh,
4
right,
points,
okay.
Ocean. Did you?
Oh.
I can't tell. Hang on.
I don't know.
Yeah, you got 4
P8.
points.
Oh, P8. I got P8. Yeah. So.
So 4
I
points.
beat Kirst in the standings. So. Happy days.
And we got
Good.
Ferrari in the standings as well.
Well done, everybody, and thank you
Yeah,
for letting me
standings are
be part
wrong.
of the interview despite all the
You-
swearing,
Yeah, I
and
think-
I'm sorry
You
about
missed
that.
me, Kitsune.
Yes?
You need to interview me as well.
Triton, I want to know what happened at the start, man.
With
What
me.
was that?
Was
I
it
am
Triton?
uploading the video right now, so I have Mr. Tipsy.
Do you have the light
Triton.
bug or
Where are
what?
you? Yes.
Hello,
I have a
hello
question.
there.
Oh, I
Hello.
need to interview
I
Triton.
can't say that on stream. Mr. Tipsy, you remember
I
how
still
many
need to
times
interview
you and
Triton.
I, yes, how many times have you and I during the tier 2 races slandered the game for it being absolutely obscene?
Triton, can't hear you. What I'm
Okay,
going
ask-
to do
ask-
is...
okay.
No, I'm just... And you can ask him.
Okay. Yes,
Au
okay.
revoir.
Okay, so au revoir and sorry for swearing. Well done, everybody. I'll catch you.
Putain, putain.
Putain, merde, fais chier.
Yeah, go away,
Bye.
go away, just go away. Just leave it to the professional.
Excuse me, I'm a professional.
Yes, clear off, right? Sorry about that, everyone. Really
Hey,
sorry.
but Tipsy,
Yes.
is Kitsune doing the interviews because you are too slow with them?
No, she wanted to. I was actually really convenient that she did them because I was able to get the standings and all up.
Ah, okay.
Sent to me lovely by Mr. Dead Pixel, who has been fantastic this season.
Oh, she did good with the interviews.
Helped out, she's like wasted.
I
so
mean, if she actually watches the race next time.
she didn't watch it. I'm really annoyed that she swore 3 times. That's like really annoying. Anyway, yeah, I want to get talking to Mr. Triton. Triton, you still there?
I am here, yes.
Do you know that you just did the biggest bottle of the entire season?
Well, I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about that right now.
I want to talk
what
about
happened
it.
in the beginning. I'm
Well,
not talking about that right now.
I
Mr.
don't give a
Tipsy. What I want to
crap.
talk about
I am
is
the
what
interview
happened to
here.
me on the start. We're gonna talk
Right.
about what happened to me on the start of the race because I think this is probably the worst thing I've ever seen happen in a video game.
Okay,
So
go
for
on.
me, I had the loading screen on on the top right where it
Yes.
shows everyone's names loading. I assumed that something was wrong because of the how do you say? I thought that somebody like tabbed out or something
Yes.
because it wasn't loading for me. And then all of a sudden everyone was going and I didn't have the lights. And then once OceanChief ran into the back of me, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but there's like nothing I could have done about that. Then I got the lights
Well,
and
you
I was
could have
allowed
got your
to
car
go.
out of his way. Hey, keep on.
Yeah. yes, I could definitely have done that. But yeah, that I basically got code mastered
Right.
there. So I'm gonna
So-
upload my video and show it afterwards.
So I give you the space to say what you wanted to say. Now give me the space to what I wanted to say. You
Okay,
did.
you can.
You did the biggest bottle of the entire season. Whenever that's
Nobody
it.
said I was good at this game.
Listen,
So let's
listen, man. Listen. Whenever that safety car came out, I looked down the grid order and I seen that you would have been pretty much the first person to get onto the softs. And you would have positioned yourself nicely behind the safety car. Not directly behind it, of course, but you would have been in a really great position. Also, you had the least number of penalties than anyone on track. And
Did I?
Yes. And I was saying that this is now suddenly this fortune has just swung for Triton. He's put himself in a fantastic position here to claim potentially a podium. Yes, potentially. And then we seen under the safety car, a 5-second time penalty for collision with Milos. In the
Yes,
under the safety car.
that wasn't my fault. He hit me from behind because he was
I
getting
saw
too
that.
close.
I
I
saw
don't
that.
think that's my fault if he's behind me. So
Well-
I actually have that. I'm gonna ask for that to get removed because I never
Yes.
served her.
Well, then
So I should
you are
hopefully jump some
with
positions.
yes, you probably will jump a few positions then. That's all I wanted to pull you up on. What a fantastic race, guys! He's really given us some fantastic, viewing footage. Another thing I wanted to mention too, I mentioned on stream, Speedy. I was saying that not normally we see you up ahead with Jensen and all, and you're generally only fighting those guys. And it's a bit like Hamilton or Vettel. Whenever you just see the guys out at the front all the time, you never actually get to see them properly race. And I think today was a great opportunity to see yourself and Jensen really showing that you don't just have pure pace, but you've both got fantastic racecraft. I mean, the way you guys were able to cut through those grid and defend your positions on guys on much superior tires, especially you, Speedy. I think it really did you an awful lot of favors. Anybody watches this back, no one can ever say you're just fast. You've both got amazing racecraft as well. So that's just something I wanted to get put across to you.
Yeah, but out of the last 3 races, I've spun in 2 of them.
Hmm.
So I don't know about that.
But you still recovered, though. That's you still recovered to P2 or effectively P1.
Yeah, well, I went to win on track, so I done that. So
But, thanks for the compliment.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, it doesn't mean much to cut. It doesn't.
Thanks for the compliment.
No,
Jess.
but I guess Speedy and I have the ability to think about different lines and setting overtakes up for multiple corners, making sure that the car you want to overtake has the inside or something and can't make a good corner, so you can make switchbacks and that kind of stuff. I think that's the kind of stuff we do a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think Icewind was very happy with me after he came out.
Yeah.
I thought it was completely fair. I mean, you
I was
did
racing
manage
you,
to
be
outbreak
fair,
me there,
but
and I tried to leave enough space. Maybe it was a bit tough for my side as well, but yeah, I
I was a
didn't
little
mind that at
frustrated
all.
because I should have been like 10 seconds up the road because I spun, but
Well, I don't know if this was already decided. I think it probably already was, guys, considering the huge points difference. But we all know, of course, Speedy is the Tier 1 champion with the Toro Rosso. But this is only news to me, so forgive me if this is old news. But Toro Rosso is also the Constructors' Champions.
yeah, they've been for a while.
Okay, so forgive me.
The standings are. Oh no, you fixed them. They're
Yeah,
fixed.
I have them on screen. I don't normally do the
You
Tier
may
1.
want to double check them because he just updated them because it had me as first.
Well, that's what he just sent me them there now, so I updated them. So forgive me, guys. I mean, as you know, I don't normally do these Tier 1 races. I'm usually finishing like just ahead of Chief usually in these Tier 1 races. So I'm not actually up to speed in terms of whose finishes were. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Unless there's anything else you just want to add, that's the end of the season.
I have
Chief?
something to say. It's more of like a question, and it's one I just want people to think about is if you're hungry, if you find yourself hungry all the time, when you're going to restaurants like with other people, always just nominate someone randomly to say, right, it's your birthday today, okay? And then tell the waitress, okay, it's his birthday, can we do the birthday cake thing? And you get a free birthday cake.
Unethical life pro tips with OceanChief.
There's
Sure, what
people
about-
do that. I'm sure there's people do that all the
Yeah,
time.
people do that.
It's
Yeah.
true. Isn't there one in McDonald's where you drive into McDonald's and then whenever you come to place your order, you say, no, I really shouldn't be saying these things, but you say, oh no, I didn't mean to drive in I drove in by accident. And then you drive up to the payment window and then you say, no, I didn't actually order. But then whenever you get to the order, you sit and wait for your order and you get the guy behind you's order.
Yeah, you take someone else's order. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty low. I haven't done it myself, but I mean, I do know.
No,
of it.
of course not.
What do you
This
mean?
is worse than swearing, I think, but okay.
Or eat half your burger and then go back and go, I said just red sauce on the burger.
Okay, let's all go to McDonald's.
Oh, don't get hungry now.
Where's Danny work? I think he's.
We need to get Danny in, yeah.
Show up at his place.
I'm not going to Denny. That's a bit far.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is the season over. and done with. It's a pity, Tara wasn't able to finish off, where he started.
Was
But
Timo here?
Timo was indeed here. Yes, I'll tell you what, Speedy. Timo let himself down, big time.
He arrives late and leaves early.
Most of we missed pretty much almost all of the qualifying because Timo was not prepared. And whenever I was telling him about, I have a notepad, here's my wee notepad of everything, I'm always prepared. He actually started to troll me saying, "Oh my God, are you really that sad? And prepare yourself." What is wrong with being prepared? That's why I'm never late. So yeah, he kind of.
Did he leave before the safety car?
No, he invited Milos in and then instantly left. So he didn't get any interviews. So he really let himself down. Not only did he not manage to get the stream up and running, but he also just bailed out, as Chief said, started late and left early.
So how are these interviews working then? Because I thought he was the one streaming.
I had to do the stream because Wimps was going mental as well on the DMs, like, "Where's the stream? Where's the stream?" And it's like, I'm gonna have to take over here because like Timo's not in control. So I think it was the last.
Timo's not in control.
Yeah, it's not like a German to be unreliable. Like, but anyway, what do you call it? I think we got the last 4 minutes of qualifying, Speedy. So.
I didn't miss much in qualifying though.
No, not really.
I mean, I was giving Triton slipstreams, bands. We were all just messing around.
So yeah, well, I think with that all being said, guys, I'm gonna just
Tipsy, could I just interject? I just want to say thanks to a few people. Honestly, I'm sorry if I forget anybody, but thanks to all the SLR admin team, Victorious, Icewind. Now my memory is gonna fail me. Dead Pixel, Icewind, Pretorius. Did I miss anyone?
Triton.
Danny Co. Yes. Well, here.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, Triton. Danny Co as well. Danny Co's been really awesome, updating a lot of stuff, and yeah, we've got the FAA push. We've got Silver. We've got Triton again. Terror, Timo. We've got a lot of people who are kind of the fingers in a lot of pies.
Did you just not notice, guys, the complete shade there? Tipsy doing everything for
hold
him,
on,
and I don't even get mentioned.
TipsyBob is
Last but not
yes.
least,
You can't forget him. You cannot forget Mr.
Tipsy has been outstanding. I mean, all credit to him. He has been outstanding. He's picked up like the slack with the commentary. I think you're the only person who's done like 3-4 races in a row. Commentary.
Pretty much multiple formats, different seasons, for tier 2, tier 1, AGL, and Formula 2.
Yeah, and the feedback is always great for Tipsy. You got Terror, Timo, you got Jensen's tried out for commentary, which was pretty awesome. Icewind, myself, Dead Pixel, Popo, Easy Peasy as well. We got a new guy in. Cursed as well with the commentary. So it's SLR is a community thing. Like people tend to think that I represent SLR, but really it's not me that's doing it. It's a lot of people who are chipping in and contributing and just building this up. So yeah, thanks to everybody out there and also the drivers for showing up every week and taking part in the community. We're going to go into a break, but we will be back, and I would say about usually it's 2-3 weeks time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start getting itchy, and we'll be back on track soon. I think I'm gonna run something either next weekend or the weekend after, where we do all 21 tracks, 5-lapper style.
Oh yeah, we did that before, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours, 4 hours long, so everybody can join in whenever they want or stay for the whole thing. And it's usually a good laugh, and we'll stream that live as well. So yeah, much love to everybody, and thanks to all the people who contribute. We appreciate it.
Don't forget, of course, next month is the EGL.
It's like 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, December the 13th.
3 weeks, I think.
We should have actually had a kind of like a build-up video. So forgive me for not having it. Again, I didn't know I would have the stream. It's just a pity I didn't have kind of like a sending off highlights reel, but hopefully we'll be able to get something lined up maybe after the EGL, hopefully. But that's, as Chief's pretty much said it all. I want to thank everyone as well. Not to go over it. Oh, excuse me, not to go over it again, but everyone knows, that they're valued. I've talked to a lot of people over the season as well, and many different things. Not even racing, but just other things. How we all talk to each other and help each other out. Many different things. So it's kind of like, as Chief says, it's like a little community, kind of a community. The I enjoy being here. It's a pleasure being here. It's a pleasure being part of it all. But I just want to mention something before it starts getting carried away in Discord. I am not running a tier 3, right? Jensen's starting some kind of nonsense here. It was only a suggestion, all right? I've got enough on my plate. Trust me, I cannot run a tier 3.
Yeah.
Right. So with that being said, the only thing left to tune into is Sunday, which is tomorrow, which is the final race of SLR or 2SRL. Again, where everyone gets together, all the guys you've seen today, and all the commentators and all the FAA generally. Hopefully, we'll get a turnout. It'll be the final race of 2SRL, and that will bring a close to the SLR 2SRL seasons. And the only thing we'll be to tune in for will be the EGL, and maybe that wee couple of wee things that Chief has lined up in the meanwhile. So, and like I said, unless anyone else wants to say anything, that's pretty much us for the season.
I just want to thank you all for everything, I guess. I mean, I joined a few months ago. I'm not a new guy anymore, but
Nope.
I really had fun in the 7 races I participated as a reserve in SLR, and the tournaments were epic as well. So everyone watch the 13th of December.
I would agree, because we've got some pretty big names, some big heavyweights, and some strong teams as well. Again, I'm not looking. I think there is a 5th team whom I believe are actually really good.
Yeah,
But I have no experience from them, so in my eyes, the 2 best teams are still SLR and 2SRL, because I know the drivers, I know what they're capable of. So I guess it'll be even more exciting for me and Thimo watching, because we can get to watch you guys who we know are remarkably talented against these new guys who we don't know who they are. So yeah, tune in for that as well. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. We can just pretty much end the stream there. A nice short stream, 1 hour and 31 minutes. So we're gonna sign off now, guys. Thanks very much. Bye.
Ciao.